What's good? Hello. Hello. Wow, that was kind of hard. This is my boy Stanley. He's going to be joining me for this video. Stanley, say hi. He's a little bit antisocial. But if you are a human like me, you grow up and you learn. I like this. I get to make a video with Stanley. You learn that you receive love more when you do certain things. When you take care of people, when you do things for people, acts of service, or when you get some good old quality time, right? If we're thinking about love languages, there's quality time, acts of service, gifts, words of affirmation, right? All these things. What I mainly want to talk about is you grow up and you learn that you receive more love from certain things, and for me, that was performing at a high level, which is why I mainly typically work with high achievers because it's the same paradigm that I had growing up. So I received a lot of attention, recognition, love, and feelings of significance from performing at a high level. I played soccer from a very young age, like 3 or 4 or something, and I was very good. And I received a lot of attention from that. And that continued in several aspects of my life while I was growing up. And eventually it came to the point where I wasn't receiving as much of that love anymore. I wasn't receiving as much of that. I wasn't really excelling in anything as much as I was back then. Stanley, come here. Uh, Little doggy's gonna start wandering, but I'm gonna make this one a little bit shorter than the usual. Not 30 minutes this time. So anyway, I learned that I got more love. I got more attention. I was more important when I was performing at a high level. And now it was awesome. You know, it caused me to this drive in me to want to perform at a high level, to want to be more significant in my life, in life in general, because I got more attention, I got more love and recognition. But there's also a downside because when I got to that point where I wasn't experiencing as much of that anymore, I was faced with the underlying beliefs causing that I'm not enough unless I'm doing these things. I don't know if the wind is picking up in the microphone or not, but I'm just going to do this. Um, I learned that at the core, without those things, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love unless I'm doing those things. And so this drove me into a realization. Well, I wasn't actually aware of that. I was just aware of the fact that I felt like shit every day. And I was very anxious, felt a lot of pressure to succeed, especially when I was coming out of high school. A lot of pressure to know what I wanted to do, to make it happen, to succeed, to do what my family expected of me and wanted of me, and to excel in it because that's where I got my recognition. I needed to, um, and all of this pressure, this depression, I was just it was bad. So anyway, what I learned is that I actually am enough, and those little times where I got more love and recognition from performing at a high level, that isn't what made me good enough. That is just what what's going on, buddy. That is just what made me receive more of it. And what I didn't realize is that my parents had their own life going on. You know, they're not always going to be there 24/7 for me. Like, oh, I love you. You're so amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Right. But when I'm not receiving all of that love and recognition that I got when I was performing at a high level, it felt like it was missing. Didn't feel like that love was present. And so what did I learn? Like I said, I learned that I wasn't good enough unless I was doing these things. And that's where my significance came from. And this was detrimental down the road when it all came back to me. And I was faced with this I'm not good enough. Life sucks. I have all this pressure. You know, I have expectations of doing well, succeeding, but I don't feel like I can do it. I feel extremely alone in this. I feel like there's so much to do, and I don't even know how to do it all. And I don't have any support. I don't have any help to figure it out. And it was bad. So you know, if you can relate to this in some way, maybe you're a high achiever like I am. Maybe it was a similar experience for you. Or maybe you're a people pleaser, which I've also struggled quite a bit with, and I still, face some of those challenges to this day, where I fall into that trap of people pleasing and making myself smaller, my opinions or my desires smaller, so that I can please other people. Which it's not fun. It's not a good way to live. And if you're living like that, I strongly suggest that you make it an intention and that you make it an objective now to do something about this in terms of helping yourself honor and respect yourself more, value your desires, your mind, your life, yourself as a person more, to realize that, oh, you're not just here to help please other people. You're actually here to express your true self. You're here to find your true self by letting go of all that bullshit and express your true self and add value to the world, not just in giving and pleasing other people. You have a lot of value within you, and you have gifts, and you also have the ability to bring those gifts to life, to the world, to other people, to monetize those gifts, to share those gifts, to inspire other people with those gifts. So I strongly suggest doing something about that, doing something towards letting go of that, because like it's the average person tends to sleep, work, eat, watch TV, sleep, work, eat, watch TV. And it's a cycle. It's like the rat race. That's essentially what it is. It keeps you in the same place. Like, yeah, you're earning money, but you're earning money just enough to keep you in the same place. Unless you're being proactive about saving and applying some money towards investments, or reading books every day, meditating every day, improving yourself every day, not necessarily improving yourself. I like to think of it more as accepting yourself. And by accepting yourself, you naturally just start to shine and improve, um, because you really realize that the light within you has always been there. You're just coming back home to it. So, uh, if this is something that affects you in your life, you got to be doing something outside of just that same old routine, reading books, expanding your mind, doing internal work like journaling and identifying, becoming more self-aware, identifying these patterns in yourself, releasing them, releasing the emotions attached to them, releasing the feelings of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not wanted, I'm not lovable, all these things, because that's just keeping you from seeing your value and from really embracing your value and contributing in a positive way to the world through your gifts that you have, because you have gifts. You may not have explored them yet or identified or discovered them to their full potential yet, but take this journey and you will. You definitely will. So, yeah, and if you're a high achiever like me, it really comes down to letting go of all those thoughts, identifying those beliefs as not true, and flipping them, letting go of the emotions attached to those thoughts of I'm not good enough. I mean, it feels like shit. It feels depressing. It causes a lot of anxiety because I need to show up so that I can be good enough. No, you already are. And if you felt that, then on a daily basis, you'd be performing even better. You'd be feeling better about yourself. You'd be knowing your value. You'd be way more confident, and more confidence. It doesn't matter what area of your life you're looking to improve. More confidence will do it for you. Your performance at work, in business, whatever it may be, sales, whatever you do, relationships. If you're single, if you're dating, confidence is like the number one attractive thing to other people. It's not about who's the most physically attractive. It's not about who's tallest. It's not about any of those things. It's about owning what what just is for you. It's owning that. Like, because if you look at something like your height, you can't change that. It just is. So own that shit. And when you develop the confidence of owning it, that's when you'll really start to shine. That confidence will shine through, and people will 100%, I guarantee it, be more attracted to you. It's not about the looks. It's not about those things. Um, so, yeah, I mean, it really, really, the message is simple. It's about loving yourself, accepting yourself, letting go of the old limiting false beliefs, and really coming home to the truth of you, that you are good enough, accepting yourself, loving yourself, letting go of the emotions that you've built up over the years, learning to regulate your emotions, letting go of, he's doing pretty good, letting go of all the built up trauma energy in your body, all those emotions, because if you don't, they affect every single part of your life as well. Just if you just look at it, at the one thing as confidence, by accepting yourself at the deepest levels and letting go of all that stuff, you gain more confidence. If you don't do that, you have all these emotions in your body that have just been trapped, stuck in your body over the years, because when the time came and something happened that was kind of traumatic, you experienced these heavy emotions, you didn't really know how to deal with it, or you resisted it and pushed it down. And now it's just an unconscious process. Oh, if it starts to come up, it's, oh, push it back down, push it back down. It's unconscious. You're not even aware of it. And it can cause all kinds of things. It causes, so this is a, I don't know if this is proven, but I'm very confident that the biggest cause of disease is these overly negative stuck emotions in your body. Um, this negative energy that's just been sitting for years and years and years. And those are that's like, if you're not cleaning all of that out, I look at your body as, I look at it, your body is an energy system. And if you're not cleaning it out, if you're not letting those emotions out, if you're not tending to that, then the energy system is going to be clogged. There's going to be stuck energy. It's not allowing your energy to move through your body properly in the way that it needs to, in order for you to have that prime confidence, the good energy, feeling good on a daily basis. It's just not going to happen. You got to release that shit. So, like I was saying, the message is simple: release the resistance, the energy, the emotions, release the resistance. The limiting beliefs, the false beliefs, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not wanted. Those are the ones that are typically at the core. If I try, I'll fail. Those are the ones that are at the core, typically, of everybody. Everybody deals with this shit. So, let go of that. It takes some serious introspection, the development of self awareness, emotional intelligence. But the person that you will become in this process is fucking worth it. So let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you want help, reach out to me. I've been doing this for 4 years with myself, with other people. It's, like I said, the message is simple and it works. So if you want support, reach out to me. If you don't want support, I mean, if you want support, but you don't actually want to like hire a coach or do anything like that, ask me a question in the comments. I will answer it in a video, or if it's simple enough, I'll answer it in text. But I can make a whole video about it. Just ask me a question, like, and like I was saying, you don't even need a coach. It fucking helps a lot. It's gonna change the game for you tremendously. Um, and obviously, I have some incentive to say that. That's my business, is coaching. But you don't need a coach. A lot of people would tell you that you do, but you don't. You can do it. It's going to take a lot longer, probably. You're going to have to pick up and find all the pieces and put them together. Um, but you can do it. I mean, you can improve yourself. It might not be as fast or as effective or efficient as it could be if you do hire a coach. But if you don't have the resources, if that's just not a possibility for you, read books, develop a daily practice like meditation, and you'll read books. You'll learn everything you need to know. It's going to take time if you do it that way. That's what I've been doing. It's taken me 4 years to get to this point where I can now like say like that, I mean, even 2 years ago there was huge differences, but now it's like, wow, I'm a completely different person. I'm the same person, just completely different. Very much better. I enjoy life tremendously more, so much more. It's, life is amazing, and I'm just genuinely happy, like on a daily basis. Yes, I have negative emotions, but I also have a very high emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and I have developed the tools. I've hired coaches on my own for this stuff. I developed the tools to be able to deal with it. And I'm not just sitting in my emotions suffering all the time for a week straight. Like sometimes I have emotions that are stronger than others, but it's it's hard to describe the difference. It's just experience it for yourself. Do that. Experience it for yourself. And I'm here to help. Ask me questions or hire me. Up to you. But either way, we're on this journey together. Let's fucking go.